Please like, share, subscribe.
Well done.
Yeah, Sketchpad Podcast. We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. So today, myself and Fuel Man, we are going to give our reaction to the new Superman trailer.
Uh, so
Okay, we on.
okay, so this is a James Gunn Superman film, and I did a reaction to it on my channel. Go check it out. Torture Talk. You know, you want to check out my reaction, you can see it. But this is a James Gunn Superman film. Now, right off the back, this is David Cornsweet, right? This is so James Gunn always has to be a little bit different from everybody. You notice that in this photo, where's the S at on his in his hair? It's on the side of his head. It's not in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
that's just something minor that even with the S on his chest, it's a little bit, it looks different. Now,
Mhm.
this scene is for me, it's I don't know why he's going to why Superman's walking through the crowd and everybody seems like they hate him or whatever. But this is a recreation of Man of Steel when Superman went to the courthouse and
Mhm.
everybody was saying Superman is he's an alien, he shouldn't be on the planet and all this stuff, bro. But for me, my biggest issue with this trailer is two issues I have. One is too much going on, right? Too much going on. And I think that that's going to be the detriment of the movie. It's too many characters introduced at one time. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the fact that they're moving along, but if this is your first movie, you shouldn't introduce at least more than 4 or 5 characters. It should just be one, because what happens is you only have 2 hours. Let's say 2.5 hours, right? 2.5 hours. If you only have 2.5 hours, how are you going to go through all these characters' backstory that fast? You know what I'm saying? When people coming to see a Superman movie, they're coming to see a Superman movie. Now, I think that uh we all been spoiled because they've been repeating these movies over and over again. So now you got Superman this, Superman that, Superman this, Superman that. And every time you see a Superman movie, it's repeated. It's from the beginning. Superman born on Krypton, came to Earth. Next Superman film, Superman born on Krypton, came to, you know what I'm saying? It's just a repeat. So I guess people kind of get it now, whereas James Gunn is saying, well, here you go. He's already on the planet. It's already in play. But that's cool for Superman. But you're introducing characters, other characters that are like, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
other characters that are before Batman.
Correct.
How are you introducing Mr. Terrific before you introduce Batman and Wonder Woman?
And that's kind of my issue that I was saying off camera when we were talking. Like, if this is supposed to be a standalone film for Superman, why are we introducing all these characters, which some of these characters we haven't even introduced yet into the DC universe? Like, we never see, Look, we never seen Mr. Terrific in the DC universe except the cartoon. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, we seen Hawkman and Hawkgirl, but we seen a different version of them with Zack Snyder. Now you bringing these characters in there, and this is supposed to be just Superman. If you're going to introduce any character into a Superman film, it has to be Batman first, because Batman was one of the first people that encountered Superman before the rest of the Justice League even know who he was. He was the one that encountered him first. In fact, they were enemies. If I'm not mistaken, Batman didn't even like Superman in the beginning, did he?
Well, so if we go back to BVS, this is what happened. Batman seen Superman. If you look at Man of Steel, Superman fights Zod at the end of Man of Steel. In the beginning of Batman versus Superman, Batman is watching them fight. So if you watch, and it's again, it's super classic because the movie mirrors each other. If you go off the timeline, the actual time in BVS and the actual time in Man of Steel, and you mirror them together, it's literally the same fight in the movie, but from a different angle.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even notice. They just like oblivious to all this. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like, but either way, you're introducing characters before the main characters. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, we don't know. James Gunn could actually have Batman in the movie. He could have Wonder Woman in the movie. We don't know. But we know I know what James Gunn is good at. He's good at making team up movies. Now, I will say this. His last movie he did was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I didn't really like that. It was okay. It wasn't super great. But part 2 was trash. I'm talking garbage. You know what I'm saying? It was garbage. So if I'm going off of what he has done, you know what I'm saying? The only really good movie he did was Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and then other movies that wasn't really superhero movies. But that was the only superhero movie he did good to me. And then you got Peacemaker, which is classic, by the way. That's classic. But that's not a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's a series. But Peacemaker is classic. But if you're looking at how Superman in this movie is portrayed, this looks like a Marvel movie. This doesn't look gritty. It doesn't look dark. It looks like a Marvel movie. And I'll be honest with you, I hate it. Not that I don't hate the trailer. I hate the look of the movie. It's too colorful. It's too happy. I don't like that. That's just me. I don't like the fact that it looks like a Marvel movie. This literally looks like Deadpool to me. If you look at Deadpool and you look at this, it looked like it could be the same trailer if you add them in together. Like it looks like a whole mashup of if you said this, if you told me, if I never knew about comic book movies and you said, yeah, this movie is part of Infinity Wars, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'd be like, oh, okay. Like,
you have a valid point. You have a valid point. It is very colorful. It's not dark. Another thing that I noticed too about Superman, his uniform is slightly different from the norm. But what I notice is his uniform kind of mirrors the uniform from one of the animated cartoons in the in the DC animated series. Well, not the series, but one of the DC animated movies. If anybody can recall the animations that had that like Japanese anime type of style, from not the old school style, but it was like the mid 2000s type of style of Japanese anime. that DC was doing with some of the comic book movies, and one of them was the Flash, what was it, the Flashpoint. In Flashpoint, this is the type of uniform that Superman had. It was similar to this. Now I didn't see, I didn't pay attention to the full uniform. I'm just looking at looking at the top part of it, and it looks similar to the Superman uniform that was in Flashpoint. So I don't know if that was an inspiration from that, and James Gunn seen that and said, "Oh, okay, he looks good with this uniform," because that uniform that Superman had in Flashpoint was pretty dope. And if anybody remembers that, he wore that same uniform in the other film. Remember when the aliens took over Superman's body? And I think that's the time when he fought Darkseid. Do you remember that? What was the name? What was the name of that animation? The aliens took over.
It might have been Crisis on Infinite Earth, or it might have been something War. I can't remember.
Yeah,
War.
yeah. But reason why I'm saying that is because that the uniform, the look itself was fire. So I don't know if he got inspiration from that. But like I said, to me, it just seems like he's not trusting Superman to be the standalone and then introduce the characters later. To me, that's how it looks to me. But I'm not going to shoot down the movie too much, because I will see it. I know it comes out in the summer, right? Or is it coming out in January? Huh?
July 11th.
July. Okay, all right. So July 11th. So I will go see it still as a fan of comic books, period. But I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of like on the fence with a lot of stuff.
I mean, I'll put it to you like this. I'm gonna move this real quick. I'll put it to you like this. Let's get this out the way. All right. I'll put it to you like this. I'm gonna see the movie, but I'm not really hyped to see it. I'll be honest with you. The comic book movie genre took a real bad decline to me. And it's very difficult for these producers to come back and do something that's so unique and different without it being, to me, it has to be serious now. Because I think a lot of these comic book movies are just like, to me, like I'm watching them and I don't feel like I'm connected to them anymore. I guess I got spoiled watching no lie, I guess I got spoiled watching Zack Snyder movies, because his movies to me took a different tone and it took a different approach to comic books, especially DC. Well, DC actually. And for me, it was more of a serious undertone. This is just like watching Marvel. And it's not wrong watching Marvel. Marvel got some dope movies, but this is the same. Now I feel like James Gunn has completed his mission to make DC look like Marvel. And now you're going to see all of these comic book movies going to look the same. They're just going to look the same. Again, if Deadpool was to show up in this movie, it wouldn't look no different to me. If Deadpool was to show up in BVS, it would look totally different. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, well, what is he doing here? Like, if Deadpool was to show up in Man of Steel, you'd be like, that looks out of place. You know what I'm saying? But if he was to show up in this movie, yeah, he looks like he belonged there, right there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So I don't. It's not, to me. It's just not. How would I say this? I'm not crapping on the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably going to be a good movie, but it's just going to be a good movie in the same tone of what Marvel was doing.
Right.
It's not going to be a good movie for a DC movie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch The Flash, you've seen The Flash, right? Flash was trash to me. That's another movie where if Deadpool was to show up, just look like he's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how do you get in this universe? Looks like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, if we're going to from Zack Snyder's Justice League to BVS down to Man of Steel, yeah, I just don't see how they can get past them. You know what I'm saying? People might like it, but for me, the cinematography is just, you can't compare. It's no comparison. Like, no. So and Man of Steel came out in 2013. And it's still Watchmen came out, I believe, in 2009. Watchmen 2009, they still haven't passed that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so BBS, I believe, was 2000. BBS, I think, was 2017. No, 2000. I think 16 or 15 or something like that. Then it was Zack Snyder's Justice League. That came out in 2020, I believe, or something like that. I'm not sure, but either way, I don't know. I just think that this just looks like another Marvel movie to me.
Yeah. I got one more gripe too, right? Crypto. Why Crypto looks so frail? I'm just saying, Crypto in the comic book was kind of a sturdy looking. I'm not saying he was all brolic and anything, but he looked a lot. It looked a lot more, you know, muscular and, you know what I mean, than the one they got in the movie. Like, you could have got if you was going to introduce Crypto, you could have got any type of dog. You could have got a German Shepherd. Like, you could have did something. And mind you, I don't know. I'm not I'm familiar with the Crypto character, the dog, but I'm not familiar with what type of dog he was, what breed he was. But you could have did anything you wanted to with Crypto.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Crypto had his own movie, and he looked like,
I remember.
He looked like a big dog. This dog looks like Crypto was in. He's in the what's that? The John Justice, not Young Justice. What's the John? That was the show. The show they had.
Justice League Unlimited. There was Justice League Unlimited. There was the Justice League.
The regular. It was not a cartoon. It's I think it was Young Justice or whatever. It was on WB. It was on HBO. It was on HBO.
Well, yeah, Crypto did have his own standalone cartoon.
And Crypto was in that. Crypto was in that show, and Crypto was with Superman's son. He was in that show, and he was a big dog. At least what I remember.
Yeah, but you know what? I know what you're talking about. He also was in Crypto was also in Titans. Remember Titans?
Teen Titans, yeah, Teen Titans. The regular stuff.
He was in Teen Titans. He was also in the actual the series, the live action series Titans.
Yeah,
he was
a big dog.
No, but he was big, and I thought he was like regular size.
He looked like that dog.
No. He definitely didn't. He definitely looked. He definitely looked a little more stronger in the live action one, because I remember he was with Superboy. He was like a companionship with Superboy. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
But you gotta understand, right? Not you, but I'm just saying. James Gunn he's known for this. Look at Rocket Raccoon. Look at Groot. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Raccoon. and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 try to make it so sentimental. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he came from this, and it was this here is okay. I'm gonna reach the kids with this white fluffy dog, and everybody's gonna like this dog because he doesn't look intimidating, but he looks frail, but he's actually a super dog. So it's like, okay, he looks frail, but he's a super dog. So it's kind of like a nod to people who really ain't so brolic, but they can do something. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took when I seen Chris. But for me, why? Like, I don't know. I just think sometimes a lot of these producers and these directors, they be trying to defy the odds with these characters and doing certain things with them that just doesn't match up with the comic books. Like, I don't know. I don't know. The source material to me will always stand the test of time. Why would you try to change that or something? You know what I'm saying? And then you're introducing people who are B-rated characters. They're not A-rated characters. What's going to happen now is if you introduce these B-rated characters, and let's say it fails, now you're going to try to go back to the A-rating characters, and that's going to not work because they're going to say, well, why you didn't introduce them first? You know what I'm saying? Why they didn't come into it first?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And if this is in play already, you're going to have to explain to me where Batman and Wonder Woman is at, because if the characters are already in play, then how you don't have the main characters in play with Superman? How is he fighting by himself? If they all in play, because you gotta remember, and I don't understand how you have Guy Gardner there before, what's his name, Hal Jordan, how you have him there before him when he wasn't. I think Guy Gardner, I believe he was a part of the Justice League later, but the beginning he wasn't part of the Justice League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
they don't got Hal Jordan. They don't got what was the other Lantern's name?
John
Stewart. Like,
I don't get it.
You don't got Martian Manhunter neither. I just realized that. Where Martian Manhunter? Oh man.
I don't understand, man. I'm just looking back and I'm thinking like, and again, I don't want to totally crap on the movie because I think that that's unfair to do that. But at the same time, I'm just saying, like, if we're critiquing this, because everybody's on a high right now, but tomorrow is going to be something different. You're going to see a lot of people come out and say this trailer looks like a Marvel movie. I'm telling you now. It's gonna be people they're gonna be going in on this joint. You know what I'm saying? What does this monster look like Godzilla? What is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, James Gunn is known for doing some weird things. I mean, people give him a pass because he's a good writer, but a lot of times some of his cinematography be garbage. I'll be like, this is trash. This looks trash. Like the part where Superman is and he punches through the glass. It's like that just looks like something that Superman would do in the comic books, but it's not something that he would actually do in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just looked corny to me. That looked corny. Like punch through the glass and it got the camera on the angle where you can see him and it spins around like this. It's like, it's like, I would never see Zack Snyder would never do nothing like that. Absolutely not. He would never do a scene like that. It just looks cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch the beginning of BVS, you wouldn't know. Like this ain't nothing compared to BVS. The beginning of BVS just alone could be a movie by itself. Just the beginning when they was fighting when the planet was blowing up and Zod came there. That could be a movie by itself. They could cut the rest of the movie off and just leave that right there. A short film by Zack Snyder. It's like 30 minutes long. Like for real.
I know Henry Cavill is laughing to the bank right now and getting himself ready. getting himself ready for Wolverine and getting himself ready for Voltron. Voltron about to do numbers. Did you see some of the pictures for Voltron?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. They should have never got rid of Henry Cavill. That was the dumbest thing they could have did. The dumbest thing that DC could have did was got rid of Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder. Should have never. You should have kept them and said, "Look, we're gonna keep you here till we need you." That's it. But you put James Gunn at the beginning of this thing, and if this fails, it's over. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If this movie fails, and this might even play into Marvel a little bit, it's over for comic books. It's only gonna be a couple of movies that's gonna make money. Deadpool's always gonna make money. Deadpool's always gonna make money because number one, it's Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool character that's him. It's his character. I believe he actually brought the character. So it's his character. So he could do whatever he want. He's always gonna make money off of that movie because everybody loves Deadpool. Everybody likes Superman too, but I just don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
You know, the best thing we could do as fans is just, you know, hopefully the movie does justice. Hopefully the movie does justice, and you know what I mean. It don't look as cheesy as the trailer does. You know what I mean. With exception of a few nice points. You know, Mr. Terrific does look like Mr. Terrific, but he wasn't a main character.
Mr. Terrific, is that this guy who's playing Mr. Terrific? Is that the same guy who played in the X-Men movie?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Oh yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you looking it up now?
No, I'm not looking it up now.
Yeah.
Something else.
Okay. But yeah, you know, well, let's just see what happens. You know, I know they're gonna do another trailer soon, so you know, June is right around the corner. Like before you know it, June to be here. So let's just see. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our little review for the trailer Superman, and we'll be back with another one. Sketchpad Podcast. We out of here.
Yeah.